amid that chaos, the Telangana bill.
The Indian Parliament has shut its doors, cut off live coverage, and decided to divide Telugus into two states. A revenue surplus Telangana and a revenue deficit Andhra Pradesh without any capital and 16,000 crore budget deficit. Hyderabad, which people from all regions built for over 60 years, was handed on a platter to Telangana. People of coastal Andhra and Rayalaseema were thrown out unceremoniously on the roads against their wishes. They inherited a state which had 58% of population, 58% of total debt, but only 48% of the revenue. We didn't waste our time protesting against the division. We had other ideas. We elected a visionary leader with a good track record, and under his leadership we started building our state. After 3 years, when we look back, we have come a long way. We've been the fastest growing state for the past 2 years, growing almost 50% faster than India. Number 1 in ease of doing business. Number 1 in infrastructure. Number 1 in attracting private investment. Number 3 in attracting foreign direct investment. Kia Motors is setting up its car plant, the single largest FDI investment in the country.
$1.1 billion.
AP is the leader in green energy. With an installed capacity of 1,874 megawatts, we are number 1 in solar power in India. Number 1 in capacity addition in wind power during 2016-17. 40% of total wind power capacity added by India in 2016-17 is in AP. Number 1 in energy conservation. We swept all awards. Number 1 in using LED bulbs. Even villages in AP have LED street
గ్రామ
lights.
పంచాయతీల్లో LED కాంతులు నింపాలని నిర్ణయించింది.
From 22% power deficit at the point of bifurcation, we are now a power surplus state. We are the second state to achieve 100% electrification in India. Pattisima project was built in a record time of 1 year, thereby interlinking both Krishna and Godavari rivers. First state to interlink 2 major rivers. We have successfully taken Krishna water to the parched lands of Anantapur and Kadapa districts. Polavaram, one of India's biggest projects and dream of Andhra people for over 40 years, has been put on fast track. Water will flow from the project into the canals by 2018. We are number 1 in taking technology to the common man. We are pioneers in using technology in public distribution, cash transfers to beneficiaries, education, and taking internet to all homes. That's why we are called the State of the Year. In 3 years after bifurcation, we have learned to turn every crisis into an opportunity. Four months after bifurcation, our biggest city, Visakhapatnam, was hit head-on by the biggest cyclone to hit Indian shores in the 21st century. The entire city was devastated. Every light pole was uprooted. The entire tree cover vanished in a matter of hours. Under the guidance of an able leader, we fought back. We replaced every street light that was damaged with an LED street light, making Vizag the first city with 100% LED streetlights. In cleaning up the mess created by the cyclone, we ended up making Vizag one of the cleanest cities in India. It is now the 3rd cleanest city in India. We turned the crisis into an opportunity. When most governments were looking at demonetization as a crisis, we turned it into an opportunity and became the number 1 state in cashless transactions. After bifurcation, we faced a crisis as we had no capital. We saw it as an opportunity to build a world-class capital. We called it Amaravati, the people's capital. Our farmers came forward and pooled 33,000 acres and gave it to our government. Unprecedented in the history of India. Singapore government came forward and prepared the master plan for us free of cost. Legendary architect Sir Norman Foster is designing our government buildings. Amaravati will not only be a 21st century capital for Andhra Pradesh, it will be a blueprint for future cities in India and an aspirational vision for the rest of the world. In 3 years, we've come a long way, but we have miles to go. Our leader has set a target for us. We will not rest till we reach our goals.
Our vision is to be among top 3 developed states in India by 2022, to be number 1 in India by 2029 with happiness as an index. Not only economic indicators, but happiness as an index. That is where we are going ahead. And ultimately 2050, Andhra Pradesh will be the best destination in the world. That is our aim, that is our objective.
As India gets ready to become an economic superpower, Andhra Pradesh is getting ready to lead it from the front. We proudly call ourselves the Sunrise State, and nobody, but nobody, can stop the sunrise.